There are a wide variety of different types of drums in the world, and each one has a specific grip and playing style that you must use when you're playing them. However, people seem to get confused when they think about these drums because they're not sure how you're supposed to grip the sticks or how you're supposed to go at the drum, and they may even get the drums confused altogether. Well, I'm here today to discuss each drum and discuss how they're supposed to be played so I can clear up all those misconceptions. The first drum I'll be discussing today is known as the tenor. And even though it's considered to be one big drum overall, it actually has 5 different parts to it. There's a small drum in the middle, known as the spock, which has the highest pitch. And then there are 4 larger drums surrounding it, which each have a lower pitch. The grip they use on this drum is known as the match grip, which looks like this, and each hand holds the stick in the same exact way. And the sticks will come together in a V shape in set position, which is the position that you begin at when you first start playing. However, on a tenor drum, this doesn't tend to stay in this position because they constantly have to move over to each drum, sometimes even crossing over their hands. The reason that they use match grip on this drum actually is because it would be very complicated in any other type of grip for them to be able to do that. The second type of drum I'll be discussing is known as the snare drum. And it only has one drum, but it actually has a different grip than the tenor does. The right hand is held in a similar way, but the left hand has to be held like this here. And the left arm has to extend out a little bit. And this is known as the traditional grip. The reason snare players use this grip is because it's a lot easier for them to play their complex rhythms that they're given with this type of grip. Using match grip or any other type of grip would be a lot more complicated for them to do. The third type of drum I'll be discussing is known as the accent drum. And though it has one drum like the snare, you actually use a match grip on this drum like the tenor. The reasoning behind this is because the accent drums rarely ever have to play as complex or complicated rhythms as the snares do, so it's not necessary for them to use the traditional. The match grip is much easier for people to learn and stuff, so it's not they do not need to learn how to use traditional at all. The final drum I'll be talking about today is known as the bass drum. Now, contrary to how all the other drums are played, the bass drum actually is like this. It has 2 different sides, and depending on which hand you're playing with, right or left, will determine which side you hit. And also different to how each drum was, the part for the bass is actually split between 4 more people rather than just one person. Now, though it may seem a little different, the basses still use a match grip similar way because they're both held in the same exact way. But there is no V shape because it would be very hard for them to do. Now, though there are a few different types of drums that I haven't discussed here, these are the ones that are most commonly seen in places such as marching band or drumline. I hope that this has helped clear up some misconceptions of the drum and people know which drum we're talking about now. Thank you for listening.